Hi kabajamtoota hordoftoota chaanaalii Muhammad Mathematics with Muhammad. Har'a kan ilaallu koorsii Applied Mathematics 3 dha. Koorsiin kun barattoota injiinaringiitiif kennama. Koorsii kana keessatti wanti nu ilaallu waan 9 jechuudha. Koorsiin kun chaaptarii 9 of keessaa qaba. Chaaptariin tokkoffaan chapter and is about ordinary differential equation. Ordinary differential equation jechuun maal akka ta'e kan waliin ilaallu ta'a. On chapter 2 we'll see about the ordinary differential equation of the second and higher order. Ordinary differential equation second order higher order kan ilaallu ta'a jechuudha. The chapter 3 will be about non-linear ordinary differential equation in the qualitative analysis. Chapter 4 vector differential calculus. Chapter 5 line and surface integral. Chapter 6 complex analytic function. Chapter 7 complex integral calculus. Chapter 8 Taylor and Lorentz series. And chapter 9 we'll see about integration by the method of residue. Koorsii Applied Mathematics 3 keessatti waan kanneen kan ilaallu ta'a jechuudha. Let us start our discussion with chapter 1, which is about ordinary differential equation. So before talking about the ordinary differential equation, let us define what does differential equation means. Differential equation jechuun maal akka jechuu ta'e jalqaba irratti ilaallu. Differential equation is an equation containing the derivative of one or more dependent variable with respect to one or more independent variable. Differential equation jechuun equationii ta'eetiin kan maal of keessaa qabu derivativii tokkoo fi isaa ol kan of keessaa qabu with respect to one or more independent variable. Derivativiin sun with respect to independent variable tokkoo fi isaa ol kan of keessaa equationiin akkasii sun jedhama. Differential equation jennaan jechuudha. Independent and dependent variable jechuun independent variable means it is a symbol which stands for input. Symbolii inputiidhaaf oolu maalidha? Which is the independent variable. Dependent variable ammoo output variable, which is a symbol which stands for an output variable. Symboliin akka output nu gargaaru maalidha? Dependent variable jennaani jechuudha. Fakkeenya if y is equals to f of x yoo ta'e y is equals to f of x yoo ta'e y kun maalidha? Dependent variable dha. X kun ammoo maalidha? Independent variable dha jechuudha. Here are the examples of the differential equation. Kun example differential equation ti. Y nasib maalidha? Dependent variable dha. X is independent variable. This equation will be an equation which contains a derivative of one dependent variable. Dependent variable tokko of keessaa qabu akkasumas independent tokko of keessaa qabu jechuudha. Inni lammaffaallee which is an example of a differential equation which contains a derivative of one dependent variable. Dependent variable in as keessatti maalidha? X dha. Independent variable ammoo maalidha? T dha jechuudha. T kun maalidha? Independent variable dha. With respect to time, with respect to T waan ta'eef inni maal ta'a? Independent variable ta'a jechuudha. Equationii sadaffaan kun ammoo dependent variable meeqa qaba? Lama qaba. V fi V dha. Independent variable ammoo S fi T dha. Kanaafuu this equation contains a derivative of one dependent variable and two independent with respect to two independent variables. Those independent variables are S and T. S if T kun maalidha? Independent variable jechuudha. Okay, differential equation maal akka ta'e ilaalla. Differential equation jechuun equation ta'eetiin which contains the derivative of one or more dependent variable with respect to one or more independent variable. Equation akkasii sun maalidha? Differential equation jennaani jechuudha. Differential equation can be classified by their type, order, and in terms of linearity. Differential equation karaa sadiin kanneeniin classify gochuu dandeenya jechuudha. Let us see all of them one by one. Classification by type. Typeidhaan yoo classify goon ta'e maal jennee qooduu dandeenya? Ordinary differential equation and partial differential equation jennee akkasitti bakka lamatti qooduu dandeenya jechuudha. So what is ordinary differential equation? Ordinary differential equation chapter 1 keessatti kan ilaallu waa'ee isaa waan ta'eef let us define what does ordinary differential equation means. Ordinary differential equation is a differential equation. Differential equation ta'ee which involves what? Derivatives of one or more dependent variable. Which involves derivative of one or more independent variable with respect to what? One independent variable. Dependent variable tokkoo fi isaa ol ka ta'e independent variable isaa immoo tokko ka ta'e differential equation akkasii maal jedhama? Ordinary differential equation jennaan jechuudha. Fakkeenyaaf equation kana ilaallu. Equation kun it is a differential equation which contains what? A derivative of one dependent variable. Dependent variable asitti maalidha? Y dha. Independent variable maalidha? X dha jechuudha. So this equation is what? Ordinary differential equation jennaani jechuudha, which is ordinary differential equation. The second equation lammaffaan ammoo it is differential equation which contains a derivative of what? Derivative of one dependent variable. Dependent variable in isaa kunumati jechuudha. With respect to what? With respect to one independent variable. Independent variable in X dha. Asitti dependent maalidha? Y dha jechuudha. And the third one is also a differential equation which contains a derivative of what? Two dependent variable. Dependent variable in asitti maalidha? X fi Y dha jechuudha. And the independent variable will be what? T, which is single. Kanaafuu differential equation akkasii sun maal jedhama? Ordinary differential equation jennaan jechuudha. So partial differential equation is a differential equation partial derivatives of one or more dependent variables of two or more independent variables. Differential equation ta'ee which contains what? One or more dependent variable. Dependent variable tokkoo fi isaa ol of keessaa qabu akkasumas with respect to what? With respect to two or more independent variable. Independent variable meeqa lamaa fi isaa ol of keessaa qabu maal jennaani? Partial differential equation jennaani jechuudha. For example, the first equation which contains a derivative of what? A derivative of one independent variable. Independent variable in asitti maalidha? U dha. With respect to what? Two independent variable. Independent variable in asitti X fi Y dha jechuudha. Second one is a differential equation which contains a derivative of what? Derivative of one independent variable. Independent variable U. And dependent variable in dependent variable in U dha. And the independent variable in asitti maalidha? X and T. So this is what partial differential equation jechuu dandeenya jechuudha. Okay, this will be the exercise So state whether the following differential equation is OD or PD. Partial ordinary differential equation or partial differential equation ta'uu isaa comment boxii jalatti comment godhaa jechuudha. Comment sanitti if the first one is ordinary, say ordinary, yoo ordinary ta'e ordinary jedha, yoo PD ta'e PD jechuudhaan comment box irratti deebisaa. Okay, the differential equation can also be classified by order. Order is classify gochuu dandeenya jechuudha. First order, second order, third order, fourth order, fifth order jennee akkasitti classify gochuu dandeenya jechuudha differential equation. Okay, what is the order of differential equation? The order of differential equation is the order of highest derivative in the equation. Order highest derivative maal jedhama is the order of differential equation jennaan jechuudha. Highest derivative ilaalle achi booda orderiin isaa sun maalidha? The order of differential equation jennaan jechuudha. Let us see the examples on the first given here. Asirratti what is the highest derivative jennee ilaalla. Highest derivative is this one. Yes. Inni kun maalidha? Highest derivative. So the order of this highest derivative is what? 1. Tokko. Kanaafuu first order ordinary differential equation idha. Type in differential equation kana ordinary differential equation waan ta'eef ODE jenneen jechuudha. The second one, what is the highest order? Highest derivative in as keessaa kana. This one is the highest derivative, yes. So the order of this highest derivative is 2, yes. Order in isaas maalidha? 2 dha. Kanaafuu second order ODE jenneen jechuudha. The type of differential equation in ODE waan ta'eef ordinary differential equation jenneen. And the third example, which is the partial differential equation, and the highest order will be 1, so it is first order partial differential equation idha jechuudha. Example in arfaffaadha. Partial differential equation because it contains one dependent variable with respect to two independent variable waan ta'eef kanaafuu maalidha? PDE dha. Orderiin isaa maal ta'a? Highest derivative ilaalla. Asitti highest derivative kana kanaafuu orderiin isaa meeqa? 4. Kanaafuu which is fourth order partial differential equation jennaan jechuudha. First order ordinary differential equation are occasionally written in the form of m of xy dx plus n of xy dy is equals to 0. First order differential equation karaa kamiin barreessuu dandeenya? Karaa kana barreessuu dandeenya jechuudha. Example, the alternative form of 4xy prime plus y is equals to x is what? Y minus x dx plus 4xy is equals to 0. Inni kun formii kanaan akkamitti barraa'e? Akka kanaa barraa'e where m of xy maali asitti? Asitti m of xy isa kana n of xy isaa maalidha? n of xy 4x dha jechuudha. m of xy is what? 4x. So equation kana maal akkamitti barreessuu dandeenya? Karaa kanaan barreessuu dandeenya. So inni sun akkamitti dhufe? That is what? 4xy prime plus y is equals to x. Here y prime is equals to what? dy by dx. So because the dependent variable is y and the dependent variable is what? X. Kanaafuu x kana yoo gara dabarsinu maal ta'a? 4x dy by dx plus y minus x ta'a jechuudha. Is equals to 0. Then if we multiply both sides by dx, we obtain what? 4x dy plus y minus x dx is equals to 0 ta'a jechuudha. So rewriting in the form of this one, we will obtain what? Y minus x dx plus 4x dy ta'a jechuudha. Where this one is m of x comma y and this one is n of x comma y. akkasitti barreessuu dandeenya. First order ordinary differential equation can be written in a differential form m of x, y dx plus n of x, y dy is equals to 0 barreessuu dandeenya jechuudha. Okay, the nth order ordinary differential equation is the nth order ordinary differential equation in one dependent variable by the general form can be given in the form of f of x, y prime, y double prime, and so on, y of n is equals to 0, y nth derivative. The general form of nth order ordinary differential equation is one with respect to one independent variable can be dependent variable can be given in these forms. Ordinary differential equation general form isaa nth order akka ta'e akkamitti nu dhufa akkanatti karaa kanaan barreessuu dandeenya. Where f is what real valued function of n plus 2 variables, and this one the n plus 2 variables are this one is how much derivative meeqatu jira, n's derivative dha tokko lama jennee rakkoon n's derivative dha n plus what the independent variable x and the dependent variable y, this is n plus 2 variable jechuudha. Here the ODE one, the ordinary differential equation, this one can be written as what? Can be written in the form of d to the power of n y dx to the power of n equals to f of x, y minus y prime, y double prime, so and so on, y n minus 1 and form number is jechuudha. Where f is real valued continuous function, this equation is referred to as normal form of equation 1. This one is what? The normal form of the general form of the nth order ordinary differential equation in one dependent variable. The normal form of 4x prime plus y is equals to x is what? Y prime equals to x minus y for x. Here for x prime plus y which equals to x. So the implies that it is for x prime is equals to x minus y jechuudha. Yoo maal ta'e yoo y kan garas dabarsine for x prime plus y ta'a. So dividing both sides by 4, here this one is y prime, y prime, and this one is also y prime. So divide both sides by 4, we obtain what? Y prime equals to x minus y over 4x. This one is y prime. Y prime for y prime plus y equals to x. This one is x minus y over 4. Okay. And here the normal form of y double prime minus y prime plus 6y equals to 0 is what? Y double prime y prime minus 6y times y kan garas dabarsine maal ta'a? Y prime minus 6y ta'a jechuudha. Okay, this is the exercise. What is the order of the following ordinary differential equation? Ordering ODE kana maal ta'a kan jedhudha. Deebii isaa comment irratti deebisaa. Okay, the differential equation can be classified by linearity. The linearity salinity, whether linear or non-linear jenneti bakka lamatti qooduu dandeenya jechuudha differential equation. The order of okay, and this order differential equation is said to be linear in the variable y if f is linear in y prime, yn, uh, n's derivative. Yoo maal ta'edha ODE'n reef ilaalle jechuun inni sun kami ODE'n kun linear ka ta'u yoo maal ta'e yoo the derivative of this the function y prime, y double prime, n prime is what? Linear yoo ta'e maal ta'a? Differential equation linear ta'a jechuudha. This means that its order of the is linear when one is what? One is in the form of an of x y the power of n plus an minus 1 of x y n minus 1 derivative plus so and so on a1 x y first derivative plus a naught x y minus b of x is equals to 0 yoo ta'e, where the coefficient of what? The coefficient of the n's derivative, the n's minus 1's derivative, the coefficients of the derivatives are what? A function of what? A function of independent variable yoo ta'e qofa maal ta'a? Linear ta'a jechuudha. Okay, if b of x is equals to 0, b of x equals 0 yoo ta'e, the differential equation or the ordinary differential equation, this one will be what? Homogeneous. Homogeneous ordinary differential equation jennaan jechuudha. Otherwise it is called non-homogeneous ordinary differential equation jechuudha. Example, 2x dy by dx minus 5y equals to x. Here, the coefficients of the derivatives will be what? A function of independent variable. So, the differential equation is what? Linear. It is not homogeneous because this must be zero to be what? To be homogeneous. Homogeneous ta'uudhaaf isiin kun maal ta'uu qabdi ture? Zero ta'uu qabdi ture jechuudha. Okay, this equation is non-linear because of what? Because of this one. Inni kun non-linear miti. Linear miti sababa saniif non-linear ta'e jechuudha. It is also what? It is so homogeneous. Homogeneous jechuudha. Okay, thank you for your attention. Be rational, get